Hey guys, welcome to my channel. As you can see, I've filmed this right after the one I did on expectation because I look exactly the same. But I just thought about this and I really wanted to get this out there. So I thought, let's do it while the lighting is good and I'm in the mood to do another one. Okay, so why you should never try to manifest. If you've been here before, you will hear me say that a lot. Trying to manifest should not be a phrase. Why should trying to manifest not be a phrase? Because sometimes I feel like I'm a school teacher the way I say things, the way I sort of explain things. So I'm sorry if it seems if it doesn't seem patronising, but why should it not? Because trying has an energy all of its own. So I'm going to use the word energy over vibration for a while, I think, because sometimes people don't understand the word vibration. They feel like it's this feeling that they can't tap into, but it's just feeling really. But it is an energy, even if it's a very subtle energy, that's what it is. So if you are trying, then you are putting out an energy of not having. You are putting out an energy of trying to reach something that you don't need to lean out and reach because you have already created it. It's already inside of you. You do not need to reach for it. As soon as we put something outside of us, we lose a bit of the power that we have. We've created it inside. It's ready for us. We've created that reality by intending it and feeling it. We have created it. And when I say feeling it, you don't have to have huge feeling. I've spoken before about how you can just wish for something, and sometimes people jump on me about that, and that's ridiculous. Of course you can't, but you can. I wished for one huge thing in particular, which I got, and I've wished for a couple of simple things last week, which have come into play this week, and I thought, oh, completely forgot about that. Just a wish. You know, so you don't have to overthink this. The more you do, the more resistant you get, because even if you don't really realise it, what you're doing is when you feel like you have to keep trying is you are noticing that you don't have it. Of course you are. And we know that we don't have it, but if we keep noticing that we don't have it and giving attention to that and trying harder, all we do is we expel all of that trying energy, all of that, and it has an air of desperation about it, even though you're not feeling desperate for that person or whatever it is that you want, not just, anything. That is the energy that you're putting out, so you can't really, it's not on the same wavelength as what you're desiring, so you need to get that in line as much as you can and know that you don't have to try so hard. Trying doesn't equal success in my experience with this. If you are working on a task for college, for school, for uni, for your employer, for yourself, if you work for yourself, you start the task and you finish the task, don't you? You get to the end of it and then you look and you've got that desired result. Now this is kind of the same as that. So that's why I say with your intentions, set a specific time frame on how long you are going to set these intentions for and feel the feelings and all of that, and enjoy. So you enjoy taking some action. It's not a chore because you are setting yourself, say, a month or 6 weeks, maximum 6 weeks. You start at the beginning, you finish, and you enjoy the action because you know this is all that you are doing. You are not going to go on after this. You are not trying. By taking this action, you are not trying. What you are doing is just taking inspired action to move forward with what it is that you want. Then you get to the end of it and you consider it's done. You consider, I have finished this project, I have finished this work now, finished this job, finished this task, I don't need to do anything else. As you would if you completed any task for anyone or for yourself. You get to the end, you finished, haven't you? So you finished. And then you say to yourself, it is done. I can't do anything else now. I've gone as far as I can go, as far as I can do. My job is done. And then you hand it over to the next person. So let's say you were on a production line in a factory. You do your bit, don't you? And then it goes on to the next person that does their bit. This is what you're doing here. Imagine yourself as part of a production line. The thought comes first, the feeling comes first, and then you take over with a bit of action. You don't have to. If it's a specific person and you feel like you want to take a bit of action, then do it. Again, a set time. Don't carry on after that. I know it's tempting when it's a person to go on longer than that, but try not to. Just see this as your job. And the more you get that into your head, and this is just your job, the better you'll get at that. Then you are handing it over to the next person, but you are handing it over to your higher self, to the greater power, whatever it is. You are handing it over to that to deal with the rest of it, because that is its job. You've done your job, that is its job. You don't have to stop thinking about it. You don't have to stop desiring it. You don't have to stop any of that stuff. You don't have to stop thinking about it at all. Providing you are not thinking about it and feeling, I don't have it, you might not have it for a while. Try to tell yourself, think to yourself, this will happen at the best possible time for me. That's what I do, because I can't explain how some things manifest instantly and some things don't. I am going to do a video about that next, actually, but I can't explain that in rational terms, but I can kind of give you ideas about when things do and when things don't. So you don't know when it's going to come, and you do not want to try to control the bridge of instance. You want to let that happen naturally, let reality do that for you. Just let reality shift, or yourself shift into a new reality. You can't do that if you keep trying, because what you're doing is moving the goalposts all of the time. So you've set the goalposts now, you know what you want, you've been specific about what you want, you've felt it, you've done whatever you like doing in order to create, and you've done it. Your job is done. Let it to something else now. I'm not going to say let it go, because that phrase, I know it causes resistance in people, but when I say let it go, that's what I mean. Let it go to the greater power. Let it go to reality to shift for you to shift into that new reality. The more you try, you might as well be holding that thing back. What was it Harry said? It's something like, you give somebody a message to give to somebody and you hand it to them and they run off with it, and then you charge after them and tackle them to the ground. So you've given the message to the messenger and then you're tackling it to the ground before it gets to before it can hand it over to the person that it's going to. That is what it's like. That's what you're doing. You got that far, you created it. If you then start try, putting out more and more of that energy, trying is a don't have, it's over there energy, then you'll just see that, because that's what you're putting out there. That's the energy that you're putting out. Right, I hope this was useful. I am keeping them to the point, aren't I? I'm doing better. I'm definitely doing better. I am hopefully, fingers crossed, moving into my new office. I don't know whether to go in there on the 1st of June or the 1st of July. It's up to me, it's there, I can go whenever, but whenever I go, I am paying 2 lots of rent until August, so it's how long I want to do that, but I will be in there soon. So just to let you know that I do Zoom calling now, and I'm booked up till mid-May, and that's because I'm not flexible with my days, particularly because I can only do it when I'm at home at the moment, because I don't have the privacy, because I share with somebody else, but soon that will change, and I will probably open up at least 3 days, so you have 3 options to have a Zoom call with me, and it's private. I'm in there by myself. I can put a blind down, I can lock the door. It's totally private. I always wear my headphones, so don't have to worry about any privacy issues like that. I have a members area on my website. That's £5 a month, and with that you get one-to-one email coaching support from me. You might be waiting 48 hours for responses sometimes, but generally I'm getting much better, actually. I set myself times every single day to look through them, whatever, and when I get to the end of that time, I stop, and then I'll go on to the next day. So I am really organising myself. I've just started using my calendar again because of my Zoom calling. I have to, and I just feel so much more organised. It's great. I can't imagine why I didn't do it before, but there you go. Okay, and Harry, my son, has a Law of Attraction channel, which is listed below, and I write books. I've written 4 books: Get Back With Your Ex, Degrees of Attachment, Pimp Your Vibe, and Wishful Thinking. Wishful Thinking is a fiction book. It's 237 pages, 235 pages, 230 something pages. I wrote it in 2018. It was published in 2018, and it is a fictional story about a girl called Maddie, and it is a Law of Attraction book. But it's how I kind of noticed it working for me, and I put it into a story, and I find it's like a self-help kind of thing, really, but in a fictional, and she starts at 13, she ends at 20. So it's whether you want sort of young adult fiction style. Definitely, that's the style that I write in. But I think it's probably really useful because it covers everything, and you sort of understand why things don't happen, why some things happen quicker, and then where you get a partial manifestation, or where you get something that is you thought you weren't asking for, and that kind of thing. So hopefully that will be, I'm selling more of those now, actually, which is great, and I've never really pushed it before. I just enjoyed writing it. It was just a challenge for me, and just something that I wanted to do. The fiction book I'm writing at the moment has nothing to do with the Law of Attraction. It's just a completely separate project. So you don't need to know that, do you? Don't know why I mentioned that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, then I would love for you to do that.